are reflective of GPA trying to allocate the fixed costs in trying to meet the needs of following federal mandates and upgrading its systems such as renewable energy, maintaining infrastructure, and capital improvement projects. Of more than 47,000 customers, a majority were only to see more than a 5% increase. However, most recently, GPA has identified over 1,400 to date that experienced unexpectedly high increases. Some of those people addressed their concerns last night.
We've experienced more than a 50% increase in our billing just in this past month.
They say average 5%, try 10% minimum or more. In 3 months, try 100%.
During last night's information briefing, the Committee on Utilities, along with the public, wanted answers as to what led to these excessive billings, what's going to be done, and in what time frame.
How could we make such a grave error in the number of people that we classified as high use, as high demand customers? I mean, that's a pretty high mistake error.
They were not improperly classified. They were in the correct rate class. But their behavior, their recent behavior has shown that they qualify for the lower rate class.
GPA Assistant General Manager of Operations Melinda Camacho says the new rates were never meant to be a burden for customers all at once, but gradually. She says of the count affected, 853 were in the wrong rate class and have since been adjusted. 448 customers, meanwhile, are under review as they are meeting the criteria set by the rates to possibly move down a rate class, whereas 128 were identified as being low load factor or high demand customers. Consolidated Utilities Services General Manager John Beneventi added that this was the first time there's been a shift in using demand rates as part of the structure.
And so lesson learned this time. We really, next time, as we continue to shift towards demand rates, we will have to make a complete analysis of all the customers to determine so that we can catch this type of situation early on.
So now that they have identified the problem, what's next?
So we're going to go back, and that's why the 90 days is necessary, to go back as far as 2005 to really look at these customers and see when they qualified and to make the adjustments necessary.
However, for residential customer John Hickenbottom, he'll have to see it to believe it. For the past month, he's seen nothing but increases despite taking steps to decrease his power consumption.
We need some serious work done in this area.
And for United Fisheries Corporation Frank Shocker, he suggested GPA be audited because he doesn't see efficiency.
This power bill gave me a minor stroke 3 days after I got it. GPA, how are you going to mitigate that?
GPA, meanwhile, said they would suspend connections for accounts that are under review and are considering petitioning this PUC to amend reclassification criteria. They are contacting customers with issues to assist with these charges, with additional phone lines and staffing to handle the increased number of calls. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.